Hey everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I wanted to show you a new product that I have been using and loving for drying my brushes. It's called the Brush Tree. I know that this has been talked about a couple different times on YouTube by some different people. I know the biggest one that I can think of is Lisa SZ09. Has talked about it for a while, loves it, uses hers every single day. And so I was always thought, wow, that's such a good idea, but never thought too much about it. Well, the company contacted me a couple weeks ago wanting to know if I wanted to try this. So I was so excited because I do bridal makeup on the side. I mean, I have a full-time job. It's just kind of every couple weekends I do some bridal makeup, bridal parties, things like that. And it's not like I get a lot of questions about that. It's not like I advertise that or anything. It's just kind of friends and then referrals and stuff like that. So all of that to say, I wash my brushes a lot, and I have to wash all of my brushes a lot. And I have to disinfect them and everything before before I use them on somebody, after I use them on somebody. And what I was doing before is just washing them and then laying them out on a towel to dry. And for me at my house, our bathroom is tiny, and so our counter definitely does not have the space to lay out the brushes to dry. So what I would do is actually I'd close the lid on the toilet and lay out a towel and then lay out all my brushes wet. But it was not at all convenient because I have a ton of brushes. And so then they would kind of start to roll off the towel, and laying on their side, it would just take forever to dry. And then since it's on the toilet, I mean, I had to move it then. I can't just leave it there for hours while they dry. And then it was just not at all a good setup. And I just did not have a good place to lay them out to dry. And it's also not great to lay them on their side because then water can seep in, and it takes so much longer to dry because there's not air circulation. So I love the concept of this. This is the original Brush Tree, and it has 6, 12, 13, 14 holes in this, and they're filled with, there's silicone in there. And what you do is you just, after you're done washing them, you stick your brushes in upside down like this, and that way water doesn't get into the ferrule, which weakens the brushes, which can make them fall apart, and their air is able to circulate, and then you can sit this anywhere. I mean, this takes up such little space. And then one of the best parts is when you're not using it, this whole thing comes off and these come apart, and it can be stored completely flat. So I love this. I have been using this a lot, and the woman who contacted me from the company actually let me know, because I said, I want the original Brush Tree, because they have 3 different kinds. They have the original, they have I think it's called the mini Brush Tree, which these holes are much smaller. They're made for eye brushes. And then they have a new one, is called the Daisy, which is the same size hole, but the whole thing is smaller if you just have a couple brushes, if you just have a little space to be able to store something like this. But the woman, from the company who contacted me said, even with the original Brush Tree, I can use this for my eye brushes if I just put a couple together. And so I'm glad she told me that, because I don't know that I necessarily would have thought of that. But this only has 14 holes, and I have way more than 14 brushes, but I can dry almost all of my brushes in this at one time. So I just picked up 2 random brushes here, and I put multiple brushes in each hole here. I have 2 just hanging from that one, and they don't fall out. And then eye brushes, I can do a bunch in each opening there. Here's just 5 other random brushes. Stick them right in there, and they stay. See, there's all those brushes. So I can put a bunch of brushes in here at one time. And even though there's a lot of brushes in there at one time, the air circulation isn't as best. Normally I am washing my brushes with alcohol. It cleans them, it disinfects them, and so that takes a lot less time to dry anyway. And with this Brush Tree, they take no time to dry, whereas laying them on a towel, even with alcohol, even though it evaporates so quickly, it still took a lot more time to dry just because there's no air circulation there. I just absolutely love this, and now I can do, I'll disinfect my brushes right here on my desk. I have alcohol, I have a little plastic container, I'll swirl them again, and then put them right in here to dry. It takes up no space. This can be transported. If I am doing this in the bathroom, I can easily take these into my room here to dry so that they're not in the way, whereas when they're on a towel, like they're just rolling all over each other and everything. So I love this. It has made drying my brushes so much easier. I just think it's such a great concept and such a good idea. And the company, the people from the company are just so neat, and they created this and they make these by hand and they really stand by their product. They have, I was looking on the website, they have a 30-day money back guarantee, free shipping. So if you know, for any reason are not happy with it, you know, they'll take it back because they stand by it and they know that they made a good product. So the original, which is what I have, is $34.95. The mini is, I want to say, $24.95. Let me pull this up quick before I go saying that. Yeah, $24.95. If you buy both together, you save $10. You can get both for $49.95. And then now the new Daisy that they have that's smaller is $19.95. And they were so kind to give you a discount code. If you use the code LaFemme, which I'll link down below, when you're checking out, you'll get an additional $5 off your order, which is awesome. And I don't get anything out of that. I don't get any kind of portion from your purchase at all. That's just something really kind that they're offering to you if you're interested about this. So if you, I mean, if you are thinking, if you were seeing these, can't catch my words here. If you have been seeing these reviews and thinking that it's something you might be interested in, or that seems like a neat concept, I am loving it. It just has made drying them so much easier, transporting them. And I've had so many weddings this summer and I've had to wash my brushes so many times, and I just love this. It just has been, I don't know why I didn't pick one up myself sooner, because it's just been so much easier for me. So if you're even on the fence about it, I would recommend it. You know, 30-day money back guarantee, and with that discount code, really, really reasonable. So if you have any questions at all, I'd be happy to help you out. I'll link their website below, and I hope you have an awesome day and a great week coming up. See everybody. Bye.